Tomorrow is a day of prayer and remembrance in Joplin, but for one couple, today is a day of celebration because despite the devastation and loss, Aaron Cox and Brooke Watson are going to get married. When the twister struck, they shot this video of their frantic search for Aaron's sister. Her neighborhood was completely destroyed. They eventually found her, and she was okay. They even found Brooke's wedding dress, which was still on the rack, surrounded by the devastation. So they decided to let the wedding bells ring. And joining us now from Joplin on their wedding day are Aaron Cox and Brooke Watson. Great to have both of you with us. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
It is such an interesting story that you have because obviously you have this devastation, but you also provide this source of hope. Let's go back, Aaron, to when the tornado first struck and what happened. Take us through it.
On the far south side of town, it wasn't that bad. It got a lot of hail, a lot of bad winds, but nothing like the rest of the town. So when we came out of the basement and tried to get a hold of my sister, we couldn't get a call through, so we decided just to hop in the car, go see if we could find her. And that's, I grabbed my video camera. I figured I'd get some video of some downed trees or something. You know, we had no idea how bad it was. But by the time we started driving, we couldn't get very far. We had to abandon the car, and then every subsequent block we kept going, it got worse and worse, and you realized obviously it was a lot more than downed trees. You know, the entire city was leveled.
And the streets here look practically unrecognizable. You actually, I'm told, ran past your sister's house, didn't even realize you were there.
Yeah, I actually overshot it by a block. The house across the street from her was on fire, really on fire, ablaze. And so I was just trying to get past that house. And so by the time I got to the next block, the people there told me that it was 21st in Kentucky, which was one block too far. So I had to turn back around, and then I really had to concentrate to realize that the house I was looking at was my sister's house. It was unrecognizable.
Brooke, what were you thinking through all of this? Because, of course, I'm a bride-to-be as well, and I'm sure that it had to cross your mind that, oh, my goodness, my wedding's supposed to be 6 days away from now. What's going to happen?
At first, I think it wasn't even on my mind. I think it was your adrenaline's pumping and you're trying to find family members. But once we had kind of figured out that all of our family was accounted for, I realized, I mean, when you look around, you realize that it didn't seem like anything was left in the town. And so I just figured, you know, we'll have to just reschedule or find a new date or, you know, I really did not think that it was going to even be possible. But when we ran by the place where my dress was at, I thought, well, I can at least try and save my dress. It's the one thing I can kind of salvage from all of this. And luckily, I was able to get that. So
you were, and the church that you're getting married in later today was also okay.
Yes, yes. Our church and our reception hall were spared from any damage. The church we're getting married at is where FEMA is actually set up at the moment. So we are good. We were really blessed to not have any damage to the two most important places as far as the wedding goes. So
it puts so much in perspective. Aaron, do you think there's a message in all of this? What's your takeaway?
You know, I've been really impressed watching all the news as to how Joplin has come across throughout all this. You know, people have come together. People have really stepped forward. So the message, I don't know if the message has anything to do with our wedding. I think the message has to do with how the city has stepped forward, how people have come together for all of this. And then if you want to tie that into the wedding, the positive feedback and the encouragement that we got from the community and the people involved in our wedding. You know, people have really set aside their own egos or their own problems, which most of the time are way bigger than ours, and have been extremely kind and forgiving throughout all this.
Well, it's a wonderful story, and it's so nice to see the two of you so happy there together in the midst of all of this. We hope you have a truly incredible wedding tonight. Aaron Cox, Brooke Watson, thanks so much for being with us. Have a wonderful life together. And Aaron, enjoy seeing that dress tonight on Brooke.
Yes, I carried it a long way, so I'm anxious to see it.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, guys.